Good afternoon, everybody. We'll basically be, and welcome to this interactive training session that we have planned for all our trade members. I'll give a brief introduction of all the panelists who are part of this training session as of now. From PSA Chennai, we have Captain Madhamohan, who's graciously joined us to introduce and start, give an introduction to this training session, and also give an introduction to a little bit about what this new service and solution that ODEX is providing, along with PSA Chennai. And after that, it's myself, Vinit Shetty, part of the ODEX team in business development, and Sangam Gupta, who's part of the products team, product at ODEX India. We'll be taking you through a little bit of ODEX services and how the system and solution actually works. I would hand it over to Captain Madhamohan to give a brief about just kick off this presentation and start with his blessings. Yeah, perfect. And over to you, sir.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Vinit. I also welcome our other panelists, Mr. Sangam Gupta and Rohit. They are there. Hello, friends. Good afternoon, and welcome to join this webinar, customer training webinar on ODEX. You all know ODEX. You must have been. I don't know. ODEX doesn't need any introduction. They've been in this payment facilitation, online payment gateway facilitation for quite some time. They're well known. And we also have been receiving requests from many of our customers, their friends and others, so where they can approach terminal directly and make their payment. So these are set us thinking. We tried with our internal systems. It was creating some issue or the other. Then we approached ODEX. They had a tailor-made solution for that. They had a wonderful system which is married, interacted with our terminal operating system, and by which customers, like mostly the DPD customers, who would like to take delivery by paying the storage charges directly to the terminal, they can use this facility. So this onboarding and everything has already been started. So we're planning to roll this out on 11th of March. I'm sure this will be another great facilitator for you, where you'll be able to have a control on one of those many unknowns in the past. So where you can directly approach the terminal and pay the storage charges and take delivery. And of course, all the custom requirement and the rest, all the regulatory requirements remain the same, but we will be rolling it out in a more of a electronic manner for the ease of everyone. Okay, so just this webinar will be about 15-20 minutes. I think I'll pass it on to the ODEX team, the capable hands of ODEX team, and they will take you through step by step how to go about that, how to go about onboarding, how to make your payment. And so each stage, what happens, what are the messages you get exchanged. So I with these few words, I would like to pass it on to the capable ODEX team, who will be kickstarting this webinar. Once again, thank you very much for joining at such a short notice. Thank you.
Thank you, Captain Madhamohan. That is indeed a great introduction. And thanks a lot for those kind words as well. What I'll do is that I will start by taking you through a small presentation. This presentation basically outlines, gives a bit of update about what ODEX actually does, where many of your team members, whoever have joined us, probably know about what ODEX is and what are the basic services offered. I will breeze through this presentation so that I won't and get to the crux of the matter, that is discussing about the terminal payment solution. Basically, to start with, just to give you an idea, that the entire trade before ODEX actually came into place worked in a very hard copy documentation flow process. With the advent of ODEX, we've been able to create a community platform in the ocean shipping space where documentation and payment is processed in an electronic manner. So it's an ease of doing business for most of the trade and trade community in the containerized transportation business, where all your payments as well as documentation of the imports and exports process is exchanged via ODEX. We have approximately 70,000 plus documents that gets released on a daily basis, more than 4,500 freight forwarders, around 7,500 custom brokers, and the list goes on and on, where who are already integrated with the ODS ecosystem. This enables faster movement of documents and payments across the value chain, as well as the benefit that we have is that every time we add on a service, it's easier for onboarding the customers also, because most of the customers are already registered on the platform and already transacting via the system. Our geographical presence is strong in the Middle East as well as in India, and we gradually also increased our foothold in Africa, where we are starting with the same documentation flow processes. So going forward, we might look at a perspective in which customers from our Indian subcontinent will look at an end-to-end process flow sitting just in India for invoice request or payment facilitation for through multiple of these beneficiaries that are attached with us. Be it terminals or shipping lines and so on. This is few of the export solutions that is provided at ODEX. I'll just brief you through it. The container release order on booking of the container. We have shipping bill manifestation updates that needs to happen via that can be submitted to the shipping line, not to customs. We are also initiating naturally one of our new services according to the customs service. Many of the customers might be trying to understand what service that is. That is the SCMT Sea Cargo Manifest Transshipment Solution. We have the software ready and testing with the iSCATE team as well, and making sure the systems are compliant and also ready according to the timeline provided by iSCATE. Invoice payment for exports as well. We provide the invoicing and payment solutions for a few lines across India, and gradually are expanding the base for multiple shipping lines as well. Verified cross mass and Weighbridge EDI is something that we're already doing, and naturally for Gate Pass, we're already doing that Form 13 process in the export solutions with along with multiple terminals. And gradually we are also going to be integrating it with the terminals as well as shipping lines for an easy pass through of the information, and so that the documentation is available on a single screen itself for the customers. Import solutions, you have your similar processes on the export side, where you have the manifestation and shipping bill. Via the import side, we have manifest and can. House BL updates, where you can update CFS request, DPD request, DPD request via various shipping lines. And where most of our customers are registered via ODEX is for the import e-invoicing, or the CHA trade, as might know in the Chennai region, who will be connected with ODEX for the e-invoicing and e-payment solutions to ensure that is delivery order. On top of it, we have our last but not the least part of the important critical aspect of the entire value chain of getting the container released is the terminal payments for DPD containers. We have already gone live with PSA Mumbai, and now this is basically another terminal of feather in our cap. Thanks to Captain Mother Mohan's confidence in us, we are also going to be starting with PSA Chennai for the import DPD delivery and payment solutions at Chennai. The ODEX invoicing benefits is naturally is already prevalent because most of the customers are using it. It's a single dashboard to get the visibility of invoicing across shipping lines, automatic notifications. And after ODEX, what we have seen is that there has been at least 60 to 70% faster release of 98 to 99% of invoices, where most of the shipping lines are auto-generating invoices as soon as the ship vessel's berth, and basically that's how it's processed, so that as soon as you put in a BL number, within 1 to 2 minutes, an invoice is released, and there is no delay on the invoice release, and there is no manual intervention required in that process. E-payment benefits, again, now if you look at it from a perspective of NEFT RTGS, naturally there is a benefit because we work on a direct bank integration process where a notification is enough for the shipping line or the terminal to confirm that the payment was received, and there is an auto confirmation of the payment received and not verification to the bank accounts and so on. For the terminals and the shipping lines is easier as well because it's a auto recon is what we process to them for their account stream. It avoids the manual process of verifying, standing in line, verifying receipts, or even checking or calling the accounts team or the terminal team to check if the payments have come in or not, or emails in which multiple emails can get lost. But doing it via ODEX, it is naturally faster and beneficial because of the trust that ODEX is actually able to generate with that payment notification process. We have multiple modes of payments, net banking, UPI, and naturally one special aspect that is our virtual account, or you can also call this as a WAN account. Now, in the WAN account, the benefit is that naturally it's a zero account balance. One of the major aspects of a benefit is that any money that is put onto the WAN account can only be used to process payments on ODEX, so there can be no chances of pilferation on the account. Many of our customers who started using a WAN account can be used, one single WAN account can be used to pay invoices, terminal payments, shipping lines across ODEX, across India. So you don't have to maintain multiple balances across the board, but just one virtual account is sufficient enough to handle your transactions. And on top of it, we also work on credit-based services to many of our customers, also based out of Chennai, who are already using those services and can see the benefits of a credit solution that we have provided. This is some of the delivery order benefits. Now we'll come to PSA Chennai payment process. It's a very small process flow compared to what you would be expecting. It's a simple payment calculator flow where you'll come in, select the payment, select the number of days, because it's a completely integrated solution with PSA Chennai, because all the data comes to us electronically. We display it to the customer based on certain calculations and the pickup date calculations that has been selected by the customer. Now, if there is a payment, if it's within 3 days, you don't have to pay anything. If there is a storage payment, then naturally you can process the payment via ODEX. And if it is via ODEX, it's an auto verification. If it is not via ODEX, then there is a verification process that the terminal has to do, like simply checking their bank accounts with the based on the payment instrument details that you've uploaded on ODEX. Now, with this, I just show a basic process flow that shows an infographics on how the entire process flow actually works in the terminal payment solution at PSA Chennai. You naturally log in on ODEX. Most of the customers, CHAs who are already there, they might know how the system probably works. Within the invoices, you log into ODEX, you select EDO, and within the terminal payment option, you have invoices, you have terminal payment option. Once you select the terminal payment option, you have to select something called as a new terminal payment. You enter your CHA code, which will be provided by the terminal, CHA code for all the DPD CHAs who are releasing containers via the terminal. You select the vessel via, and once you select the vessel via, it displays all the containers that are linked to that CHA code and vessel via. Once you see that those containers, you can select what pickup date needs to be applicable for those containers. Attach documents if you have to process the documents. Once you select the pickup date, a system will display an auto-calculated amount that needs to be paid. It also considers the free days and the Sundays and the custom holidays that come in during the free days options, which gives you an extension in the free days. And also post-free days, it will appropriately calculate based on whatever rates have been selected by the PSA Chennai terminal. Once you update the DO and OC, if an ODEX payment is done, then what you need to do is that you need to go on to with the system auto verifies a transaction. Then you need to basically go on to the CITPL terminal login and then print out the DRF. Now, the reason for this process basically is that to ensure a digital manner in which the payment is processed, and you get a tracking mechanism to verify your entire payment flow as well. till the time the payment transaction or the payment transaction is not approved via the ODEX process, you would not be able to print out the DRF from the CITPL terminal login. So I'll take you through the entire flow of the transaction through some demo transaction and show you how the transaction actually works out. Just a second. Okay, so if you can see my screen, currently we are logged into our staging server. Our staging server naturally might be a little slow, but it's a test-based server just to give an update. It's a standard login, I think, so there is no difference in what's going to happen. Most of the customers might be already accustomed to this particular login. You have to log in. I'm taking a demo login right now. Select your company and click on confirm. Now this displays the standard trade dashboard, as you can see. This is what is visible to all customers across locations on ODEX. You naturally have to select Chennai for the location. And once you select Chennai, you click on EDO option, the arrow next to EDO. Once you logged into the EDO module, there are multiple options available on the top. Customers have to select invoice and terminal payment solution. Once you click on terminal payment solution, you have something called as new terminal payment request. Just a second. Yeah, new terminal payment. It's as simple as once you come into the screen. Can everybody still see my screen right now? I thought I lost. Hello?
Yes, Vineet, we can see.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so just a little bit of assurance, you never know about the internet connection these days. So once I click on terminal, I click on CITPL. I select the vessel wire. I have to just look at the vessel wire that needs to be selected. Okay, this is just a test, just testing the transaction. Okay, once you select the vessel wire, now this data will auto pre-fill from the system that is a vessel wire. It's basically based on the IL or the CHM mapping file that we receive from CITPL, and the quarry files that are standard files that is received as soon as a container is discharged from a vessel at a terminal. Once you get this detail, we click on view. So this displays all the containers that are discharged at this particular terminal. Now, if you see over here, this is the container number. These are check boxes. Before you do any transaction, make sure that you see all the check boxes are ticked and they're probably grayed out. The size, type, discharge time. The pickup time naturally will be empty because it is not verified as of now. DO and OC, if you receive the DO and OC in a EDI format through the PCS system or through the terminal, this can be automatically flagged as yes. In all other locations, we have started with THC and shifting and reefer charges, but right now for PSA Chennai, you will only be looking at the storage charges because only the storage charges will be calculated for now. Rest of the charges would be empty. But tomorrow going forward, if things work out, all the required charges can be beneficially charged possibly from here itself. But right now, it's only the storage charges that is going to be calculated. ODEX has an inbuilt calculator that is purely based on the specific numbers that have been provided by the terminal. And ODEX calculates based on the discharge time and the pickup time that has been selected. Now, for example, the discharge time is 9th of March, that is today. Okay, let me just try and see if I can select, because you know that 5 days is free days. And if the Sunday comes within the free days, it is also considered within free days. So that is 6 days. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So probably I'll just select on 16th. Now there can be a situation also in which a customer does not want to release all the containers at once for a specific date. They probably want to, out of these 5 containers, they want to release only 2 containers. So I can delete 2 containers from the list. So I deleted the last 2 containers. And I want to apply a different date for the other 2 containers. So I select 16/3/2021. There are 2 discharge times. Usually we selected at 23:59. And after that, there is a button that will apply this particular pickup time to these 3 containers that are displayed. So now if you see over here, there is a storage charge that is calculated, 2,874, and the total payable amount is 2,874. If there's any previous balance, gradually we are getting that live as well. If there's any previous balance that has been linked based on the previous invoicing, that also will be visible on the system as well. But for now, it is just the transaction charge that will be displayed on the system. Once we click on this transaction, oops. Okay, so we have to upload certain documents. For example, I've selected the delivery order. The second attachment I click on, for example, OOC. I'm just attaching some sample files to the system. And I click on pay. So I've attached this documents. There is this terms of condition that states that it's an estimated amount. And this is the terms and condition that will be displayed. Once you see this, now we realize that there is a payable amount of 2,874. I can click on pay. Yeah, it might just take some time. It's just the staging service processing through. Just bear with me. Okay, so now once the payment is processed, there are 2 options. Now we come down to the payment option. Now you have an online payment option or an offline payment option. Online, I'll take you through. You have banks. We have multiple banks that are linked via ODEX as a payment process. This is purely connected via a third-party aggregator called as Razorpay. Who helps in integrating with websites like us so that we can enable payment solutions to our customers. This payment integration is such that it's a direct integration with the bank so that we get an auto confirmation from the bank as soon as the payment is processed. So that there is no delay or no manual intervention like the verification from the accounts team. So that auto verification is sent directly to the relevant stakeholders, that is the trade member who's doing the transaction, as well as the accounts team of the beneficiary, that is accounts team at CIT people and the operations team at CITPL, so that they can get a confirmation that the payment has been processed, so you can continue with the next transaction. So as soon as you get the notification that the payment is automatically processed, you can go on to the CITPL terminal site and start taking a printout of that transaction. Now the next is a WAN account. Right now there is no WAN account available for this particular customer for this demo login. But in the WAN account, many of our customers in Chennai already have virtual accounts where they can pre-fill the account, or there is a credit-based solution available where we actually provide certain amount of T+1 or T+2 credit solutions to our customers. For all purposes, all testing purposes, I will be using a test bank, which is the transaction listed with us. And when you do an online payment, naturally there is a service charge attached to this transaction. But however, if a customer is already a subscription customer with ODEX, then that subscription charge is not charged per transaction, but it's based on a subscription charge that we have linked up with that particular customer. Now, as soon as this amount is selected, I click on pay for the 3 containers, I would say, that we have selected for payment. And I click on, this is just a demo login. This is which will auto verify the transaction. So once this transaction is processed, we send an EDI file directly to CITPL. It gets triggered as soon as the payment is confirmed, because if you actually see that the payment is also in the payment approved status, so you don't need to get it verified from CITPL, or CITPL does not have to do any intervention for these 3 containers. There will be a direct file sent to the CITPL system, and the CITPL team can, what do you say? You can log into the CITPL terminal system and take a direct printout of that particular DRF as well. So this was one of the transactions that we displayed. Now, I can select another transaction for this similar containers. Now imagine that the other 2, the containers that you had out of the 5 containers want to be released within the free days. So what I can do is I can select CITPL. Now this will display all the containers in that particular list. Just loading. There you are. Okay, now I'll just delete the 3 containers. Now if you see the 3 containers, if you see that is showing as the storage charges that are calculated based on the pickup time, and the previously paid amount is so and so. Now, if I want to change the pickup time for these containers and increase the pickup date, it will also calculate an additional storage charge and show payable pending amount that is there. Now, for now, I'll just try and release some of the containers during the free days. For example, I'll release it on Friday. If you see that there is no charge applicable for this particular transaction, because it's within the free days, actually there'll be no other connected charge because there's no payment process also that is going to be triggered based on this. You attach your DO and OOC for this transaction. We've kept it mandatory to attach the documents, but actually there's also another added process where you would need to show the documents at the terminal gate as well. So the driver will have to have it handy with him. So now that there is zero payment process to it, we've already paid the transaction, and then this transaction is purely approved. So there is no verification that needs to be done for it because it's already submitted to the terminal. I just see the transaction as well. Oops. So now if you actually see, when there is a zero transaction, zero payment payable amount transaction, when you're trying to pick up the container within the free days, it does a zero payment option and automatically is confirmed and it's sent to the terminal for a DRF printout availability. So the customer can simply if they're discharging the container within 3 days, select the containers, select the amount, attach the documents and submit it so that the information is sent across to the terminal system and they can print out the DRF as well. Now, this basically gives a basic understanding of the system. There are also going to be certain reports going to be made available to the trade as well as CHA, so you can see a list of all the terminal payments that you've done for CITPL and the various containers that have been released or gated out. We are also going to be uploading, naturally this video will be available on YouTube as well as on the ODEX link on the right hand side. So we have this help option that is available on the right, and you have terminal payments. We will make applicable for CITPL tutorial video as well as the tutorial help manuals will be made available for customers, and actually your support is available 12/7. It's available till 12 o'clock in the night and from morning 8 o'clock. However, we will be available during calls in the initial stages if there's any challenges that the customers might need. So this sums up the basic training. It's a single screen application actually for the customers, for the trade. And if you have any questions, I am definitely ready for the Q&A sessions.
So we are now open for the questions and the queries which can be raised. So I would request all the attendees, if they have any question in their mind, they can just write in the chat box or in the Q&A section so that we can address it now and we can sort your query now. In fact, you have an option of raising hand. So if someone wants to raise hand and want to ask the question, we'll be open for that as well. So Vineet, we got one question from Puvananam Rajendran. So he has written his name, and I believe he is going to ask some question. Yes, Mr. Rajendran, you are open to question, please. So yes, Mr. Rajendran, post this call, we will be sending you the YouTube link and the details of all the which is being told. You will get to see that onto our YouTube channel. I'll send you the link post this webinar.
Definitely, all the communication. We will also be uploading the terminal queries as well as the help manuals on the YouTube video. And the help manuals will be available on the ODEX website as well.
So Vineet, we have one more question from Mr. Swaminathan.
Good evening, Swaminathan. Yeah, so I get your question. According to the question, like I displayed over here, there were 3 containers for which the port charges were applicable. And so you had to naturally pay for those 3 containers via ODEX. And the balance to, though within 3 days, yes, that would be done via ODEX because there is a complete integration that is being processed. Now, the DRF printout that is there on the terminal side, but it will be applicable. You'll be able to print it out as soon as that batch file is actually sent from ODEX to the terminal systems. So post that, the system, you'll be able to take a printout for the DRF. It's a very simple process. Gradually, we are adding more and more services as well onto this so that the invoices as well as the terminal invoices also probably will be available in the next stage via ODEX. I hope that answers your question, Swaminathan.
So yes, it sounds good.
Okay, so Mr. Johnson Rajkumar, thank you for this question. The question is, do we have an option to pay these charges via CHA? Yes, definitely. Well, whoever is handling your transaction, they can definitely log into the system. And I think for PSA Chennai, most of the invoices are released on the name of the CHA, because all the DPD codes are linked to the CHA itself. So they can definitely log into ODEX and pay via via ODEX. Not a problem.
So we have one more question from Saravanan.
Mr. Saravanan, thank you for the question. Is it compulsory to pay storage charges by importer or CHA? Anybody can log in, sir. Is that the question? Yes, for the terminal, I guess DPD containers only. So it is not for the other containers. If it is a DPD CFS or if it's a CFS container, you don't have to pay the storage charges. This service is only applicable to the DPD containers. That means the containers are released directly from PSA Chennai or the CITPL terminal. Well, it'll be released in the same manner that has been released earlier, as per the DPD code. That is usually a 4-digit CHA code that has been there at the terminal. If that's what you're asking, Mr. Johnson Rajkumar.
So Vineet, we have one more question in the chat from Zareen Taj.
Okay.
So she's asking, for Kattupalli port also these charges will be calculated in ODEX?
Well, ma'am, as of now, Kattupalli, we have not gone live. We have not worked on anything with Kattupalli port. It's only with PSA Chennai that we have started this solution. Likewise, with the parent PSA, we've started for BMCT, that is PSA Mumbai, as well at Nhava Sheva, and it's going fine there. So it's a similar process that we have started at PSA Chennai as well. So yes, it's only for PSA Chennai as of now.
So any other questions if our audience have? We have answered almost 9 questions. We are open for your queries, your concerns or questions, or any of the matter which you want to raise right now. Yes, we got one more from Mr. Swaminathan. Vineet, can you take this in Q&A section?
Okay, so while this is good in terms of normal situations, currently while we file for DPD and the containers are picked up within 48 hours, they are moved en bloc. So within 48 hours, that is within the free days, sorry, not picked up, en bloc. But now, are these containers, okay, this I think so. There'll be a question that needs to be answered by PSA. But Swaminathan sir, do you move these containers out of the terminal, or is it shifted to another place within the terminal?
Yeah, that I think from PSA we can answer that question.
Yes, sir. Yes.
In the event the container is not picked up within 5 days, customs themselves, they authorize the movement to an off-dock facility.
Oh.
Okay, then okay, whatever. Okay, if it is a 4th day, of the moment it crosses the free days, we move it to the off-dock facility called TNPM, that is Concor. In that case, I think they will have to pay all those handling charges to Concor, the storage charges, whatever they incur there, that they will have to take delivery from particular place. We are talking about only those DPD containers for which the customer will be coming and taking a delivery in the terminal. Again, as he rightly said, so in the event of any extraordinary situations, like where like during pandemic, there was a severe lockdown. So those are very extraordinary situations. So that I think we will not be covering that for this process.
So we have another question, Vineet, from Mr. Johnson. What is the process of virtual account creation by the consignee or importer? Vineet.
I was actually talking when I was on mute. I'm sorry about that. So, Mr. Rajakumar, it's a very simple process. It's a simple registration flow process with Odex. What you can do is that we'll definitely send you an email with the contact details of our salesperson who is based out of Chennai. He can definitely come down to your office and give you an explanation of how the entire process works. Or if on a phone call or via email, he can list out all the requirements per se. But for your, you will receive an email from marketing@odex.co, or you can definitely send across all your queries to get answered from our support team as well. So, Sarvanath sir is asking, in case customer CHA not willing to pay directly, whether line can pay the charges as usual. Well, sir, I think storage charges for DPD containers are still being collected by the terminal. The rest of the charges, that is shifting charges, reefer charges, THC, and everything is collected by the shipping line. So that continues as usual. Captain, is it possible that you can also just throw some light on this question?
Yeah, you are right. As of now, we would like to cover only the storage charges because you can say it's sort of a testing ground now. Definitely
That's
going
right.
forward, we can consider collecting the THC of those who are willing to pay. So in Mr. Saravanan's question, so what he is asking is in case of our DPD customers, they are not willing to pay directly, whether line can pay the charges as usual. Yes,
Yeah.
that's how it has to be eventually. Those everyone knows. Okay, lines has been so far paying the DPD storage charges till today. Based on the request from some of the DPD customers and also from some shipping lines, we are rolling out this facility. I think both will have to run parallelly for some time. They see the merits of the system.
Perfect.
So
Okay.
there is another question, Vineet, from Mr. Balaji. He has written in the chat. Dear sir, 11th
Okay.
March 2021 kickoff date is basis the vessel arrival date, or this is from YML?
So he's talking about launching. Is a launching date he's talking about.
Yes.
See, the storage calculation is from day one, day zero, landing 0 plus 5 days. Day 0 is is not counted. Landing day plus 5 days. That's after that the free storage will. Till 5th day the free storage. After that payable storage days.
So yeah, it will be for the discharged containers on that day itself. So
yeah,
it will be applicable from 11th. Whatever containers get discharged on 11th, you will start releasing them from the Odex system.
Yeah, it's a landing. Actually, it's a landing day of the container.
Correct, sir.
Not
Correct.
the berthing
Perfect,
day, landing day.
Correct, sir. Okay, Mr. Johnson Rajkumar also asked a question. What is the maximum credit days given for paying storage charges? Well, sir, there's no credit availability in this payment process. There is a credit feature that Odex provides for you making payments to the terminal and various shipping lines. My sales team will be able to explain and guide you on that credit facility and services that we provide, sir. And it depends on the kind of credit limits that you're looking for as well. Issuing invoices for the port storage charges. Swaminathan said, yes, I think the terminal will be issuing invoices for port storage charges. You'll receive it directly on your email. Will be received. Captain, okay, so that's that. Perfect. So is there any other question? Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we have answered most of the questions. So again, Mr. Saravanan has written in the chats for DP World. So I don't know what exactly you want to ask, Vineet. So he's asking for DP World. He has written in chat. So I'll allow Mr. Saravanan to speak. So Mr. Saravanan, I'm just opening a window for you so that you can clear your queries. So I'm allowing you to talk. Just a moment. Yes, Mr. Saravanan, now you can talk. You can unmute yourself and you can ask your queries. Mr. Saravanan, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Sir, it is DB, sir.
Yes, we can hear
Yeah,
you.
we can
Mr.
hear. We
Saravanan.
can hear you, sir.
Yeah, it is. If it is your CITPL only, you are.
Yeah. It's only for CITPL, sir. It's not for DP World. They're not for the other terminal. It's only primarily for specific for DP CITPL.
Okay.
Any other question you have, Mr. Saravanan?
No, sir.
Okay,
If
thanks.
anything means, we'll talk with you. Like support, sir.
So now Vineet, I think I can I'll unmute Mr. Johnson also, so that he has most of the queries which can be resolved then and there.
Okay.
So I'll unmute. I'll give a right to Mr. Johnson to speak. Mr. Johnson, just be on a call. I'm allowing you to talk. Yes, Mr. Johnson, you can speak now.
Hi, Vinith. Able to hear my voice?
Definitely, Mr. Johnson. Yeah, definitely. Go ahead, sir. So,
Okay.
yeah, go ahead.
You continue, Mr. Vinith. Yeah.
Okay, so to answer your question, you can continue with the shipping line definitely for storage charges. The other benefit is that, see, we have payment solutions for, naturally, you might be getting the invoices via ODEX itself. So the payment process can be either through shipping line or you can pay it through terminal. It can be an option that you select. But we provide, this is a faster solution because naturally they're looking at two different processes, because if there is any delay in the storage or when you want to release your containers, it's always better that you probably attach it with the terminal itself. So you can calculate the storage charges, as in when your truck is available to pick it up and so on. So that depends on you, how you want to process that as well, sir.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Vinith. This is why I am asking this question is currently all shipping liners are providing storage charges. We do validate these charges and paying to the shipping line based on the credit terms.
Okay.
That's what I asked this question, Mr. Vinith.
Okay. So see, now, as of now, what has happened is that we have a lot of DPD trade members who are collecting the containers directly from the terminal itself. So they are specifically registered with the terminal and they get the containers directly from the terminal before it goes into a CFS and so on. And they enjoy a lot of free days from this service. And that's why we try to make an electronic process where, in place of having an NEFT, RTGS based transaction or a document flow verification transaction, it can be completely digitized and reduce the amount of manual intervention from CITPL as well as for the trade as well. So it's a complete visibility system. So if you want, you can definitely start using the system. But if you are collecting the invoices directly from the shipping line itself, you can continue to do so. It's an option dependent on you, sir.
Yeah, thanks, Mr. Vinith. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson.
Mr. Johnson, do you have any other question?
Right now, no, sir. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for joining.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So I think, Vineet, we are done with the questions. I hope we have answered all the queries. We'll give another 2 minutes to the audience. If they have any question, they can raise it now, or we'll start to wrap up the session. So I think, Vineet, most of the queries of the audience has been resolved now. So I think, yeah. So over to you and Captain.
Perfect. Thanks a lot, Rohit. Thanks a lot, Captain Madan Mohan, for being a part of this training session. It was great to be a part of this, the panelists along with you as well, sir. And thank you for all the attendees for joining. We will definitely be uploading this webinar session on YouTube along with more manuals on the ODEX website. And ODEX support is always going to be there to help ensure and facilitate any issues and challenges that you face while you're using the ODEX transactions and the ODEX system. Thanks a lot, Sangam, and thanks a lot, Rohit, for organizing this webinar session for the training session. And thank you, Mr. Captain Madhav Mohan, if you have something to say before we close.
Thank you, Mr. Vinith. It was a wonderful session. Thank you very much to Sangam as well as to Rohit and all the ODEX team. Thank you. Looking forward for a smooth rolling out.
Thank you, sir. Best of luck to you. Best of luck to all of us.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.